So what are we up to today, Piper Duck? Oh, cattle people will know exactly what this and that means up there. Yeah. And for those who, hey there, Pugsley. For those of you who don't know, prairie ranching, because this is synonymous with Canadian prairies. Because I've talked to a few people about this. It's a big April. Amy. Squirrel. Water troughs tend to be 90% problem free when it's cold. When you get a mild spell, like right now, as you can see, we have fog and everything's coated in frost. When it turns mild, that's when everything will freeze up. And you wonder why. Because I heard you all asking. Hey squeakers. My hypothesis on this one is, and Squeaks, she agrees with me, this is Squirtsy's little girl, just like a mama, is that as things mild up, if you have any issue with moisture buildup, because you do get a lot of condensation freeze inside these troughs because of the heater elements, so any dampness in the air will then build up frost banks. What ends up happening is, as it gets mild, and plus you have the heat of the box, those frost banks will then start to melt. And if you have any sort of wires, any sort of plugins, if there's any questionable anything about them, they short or corrode, and then you don't have the conductivity, and then you have issues. My issue is that bloody Richie's water, I've had issues with it since I got it. I'm thinking of pulling out and just putting one of those blue Co-op can arm bowls in there. Last year we were doing this, if you all remember, we were filling troughs here too. Different issue, I fixed that one. This one is, something went wrong in the box where the you can plug in a power outlet. So last year when we got it working, I ran, you can see there's an orange cord, I can't take my hand off, but maybe I can. You can see an orange cord. It goes down and in the other side of the bowl. Yes, I forgot to put it in the proper way when it was nicer weather, but you all know I've been rather busy. So what happened was, the end of the extension cord there, which was tucked up inside the bowl, inside the box I mean, where it was plugged into the heat tape that goes down the pipe into the ground where the frost issue is. Something undid it, like it was taped up. So I don't know whether it was a critter or what it was, but the tape let go and it fell down onto the ice. And then as everything melted, water got up into the plug-in and reduced the conductivity. Now there's still power in that extension cord, but if I put a little cube space heater, the little tiny heaters in there to try and get it back to working, and it wouldn't turn the heater elements on. It would run the fan, but it wouldn't turn the heater elements on. I tested it in the workshop before I brought it out. So, yeah, only problem is I can't pull the extension cord out, take the plug-in apart to dry it all out and get it working again, because it's frozen to the bottom of the box. So, that's one of my jobs today. I might bring out the big guns, bring Liam out to give me a hand with that, because laying on the ice is not my favorite thing with my back. So, that's where we're at. But these guys need to drink ASAP. Isn't that right? That's little Bud Light. So yeah, so that's where we're at. They have to drink first. I'm gonna empty this tank into them, and then I'll go for another tank and put it back in the shop to warm up, because quite often this hose will freeze up. It froze up last night on the way home, but it was minus 20 something last night coming back from the well through a foot of snow. Yeah, I kid you not, there was a foot of snow out on the open roads. There's a foot and a half of snow in here. Buggers. Anyway, So yeah, I'm gonna finish emptying this out. I'll go and get another tank, and then we'll get to getting. Figures. This is where we fetch water from. This is the closest. Well, there's 2 wells near us, and this is the closest one. Yeah, you probably can't make nothing out up here. There's a few farms nearby, but this is out in the boonies. And right out there, about a mile away, is the edge of Sioux Valley Indian Reserve. That is amazing. It's not often you can stand out here and it's absolutely calm. Crazy calm. So yeah, there's the well, untreated water. Maker bark. Normal Angus beef. Then there's the jet line. Normal jet line. That's right, Punisher. She's a big girl. You got the coolest markings though. Well, for those of you who'll know where I am, yeah, we're back under here. And yes, here's the drive shaft to the front end of the tractor. I was in the corrals and all of a sudden I got stuck, and I was in 4-wheel drive, so I shouldn't be stuck, and there was a grinding noise, and I thought, well, that doesn't sound nice. It probably sounds kind of expensive. So, put the tractor in the shop, let it warm up, went and had a nice birthday supper for my daughter Christina, who turned 19 today, which is the day before New Year's Eve. So yeah, I kind of had a sneaking suspicion which direction I was going in here, so I jacked the front of the tractor up and spun the front wheels, and I kind of narrowed it down into the prop shaft. So as those of you remember, the front end of the prop shaft, the coupler, stripped out and messed up the end of the drive shaft. So I rebuilt the end of the drive shaft with weld and reground it. And it's in fairly good shape still, somewhat, because you can't get these anymore. And this thing's in fairly good shape. This end not so much. That's really not good. If you can make that out. Yeah, the splines are stripped right off that, and that's the end of the front diff. So that's fun. Honest to gosh, it's one thing after another with this damn tractor. Got a blow and seal at the hub, and at that side I have a blow and seal at the drive shaft. And now this. Well, I know what I'll be doing for New Year's Eve. Having to do everything in 2-wheel drive. Yeah. What's that saying? If it was easy, everybody would do it. Ay, ay, ay. I'll bring you back if something good happens. Ah, the old hoarfrost. Wicked fog last night. You could barely see 100 feet. But this is what you get. A little chilly. It says it's -7, but it's about -15 with the breeze, but it's better than it has been, that's for sure. Okay, go and get another little water. Still waiting for the water trough to thaw out. Yeah. So here you are in the daylight. Figure it best. That way you can see it. So yeah, that way to Sioux Valley. So yeah, for those of you who think the prairies are just bald, flat, nothingless expanses of winter and frigidness, well, you're not far off, but it's not completely flat. And there is little forests and tree bluffs, and this is one of these gold ticket farms where it's been in the family for 150 years. So yeah. Don't know if you can see it from here. Our farm is in that direction, a few miles. Can you see exactly where it is? It's up there somewhere. Anyway, so yeah, this is what I do till that blunking ice that's down that pipe in the ground finally pops out. There's actually quite a few people that haul water all winter. Whether they're feeding cattle out in isolated areas where they don't have pipeline water, so they haul water to a big tub trough. Look at that thing. I don't know how old that hydro pole is. That pole's probably been there since World War II. No lie. Yeah, and the plows haven't been out and cleared the snow yet because they're short-staffed. One of our plow drivers is off on holiday, and the other plow driver, they had a death in their family, so they had to take a little bit of time off to go and do that. But apart from that, they've been going flat out trying to get all the roads cleared. So when a lot of people are ragging on the snowplow drivers, sometimes it's not their faults. So cut them some slack. Anyway, I'll get back to it. It's New Year's Eve. Yep. So Happy New Year, everybody. It is officially 2023. It's not a bad day here. Just looking back at the yard from here. See the house. See the big blue tractor. See the swather. See the 8550 Alice Chalmers big 4-wheel drive with the blade on. What have I done? It's not as sinister as it looks. I basically horse traded this for hay. This last year, past spring 22. There was a friend of a friend who was out of feed for their cows, and they were sorely needing hay. And I said, I will trade you the same value of hay, because I knew they had this tractor, and I know this tractor has issues. So it was just parked in their yard. They weren't doing anything with it. So I figured I could use it for parts for the big one. Turns out this one's in fairly good shape. The inside duals are all perfect. They're still holding air. They're pretty good. There's no cracking on them. As far as I know, the engine was done over, but it was overhit not long after it was rebuilt, so I don't know to what extent that issue is. Fuel tanks are still good. There's no cracks. It doesn't leak. Cab's pretty messed up, but all in all, it's fairly straight. So yeah, now I have two. So, question is, do I save them both? I don't need both, but we'll see. So yeah, what were you doing on your New Year's Day? Believe you me, if only I had managed to get my camera rolling half the time that our friend was here dropping this off. Oh my gosh, I'll insert a picture here. So yeah, it's a rather tight turn to come up into this yard, but Lyle made it work. So yeah, because there was no way to get this tractor into that yard because it does not run, especially in the winter time. And it's a tight turn up into here because we need to extend that approach up into this bale yard, but it's here and it's staying for now. So yeah, and a little bit of news, a little bit of drama. So we get back to feeding the cows because I'm behind. So yeah, crazy things happening around the farm, like having two 8550 Alice Chammers. Now we'll see what will happen with those. So it's getting dark. Probably should get this video uploaded tonight, and that way it keep on my weekly videos to everybody. And yes, this tractor is currently a 2-wheel drive. Now maybe by the time the next video comes out, there might be another surprise coming to the channel. I know, surprises all over the place. But keep that one as a secret. We're processing the calves on Tuesday, and then hopefully Wednesday, fingers crossed, this surprise will go through. We'll see. But like I said, we'll keep that for the next episode. So tune in, ring the bell so you get notifications. That way you know when the next episode of the shenanigans are on at this place. And I hope everybody stays safe on the roads out there, because believe you me, they're not great. So yeah, take care. See you in the next one. Teddy bye.